What's going on, guys? I'm driving on these Florida back roads. I'm heading to an auction today. I actually stopped at a Goodwill earlier and got a few things. I didn't film anything this morning, but I'm just gonna start filming now. I'll show you guys what the auction looks like. I'll show you guys some stuff we get there. And if you like these kind of things, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm a full-time reseller, so I go out and find stuff to flip online. And that's what's happening today. So we're gonna hit this auction and hopefully find some good stuff. It's summertime, so the auctions are slow, which is good and bad. There's less stuff, so there's a lot of increased competition on those items, but then there's not a lot of people, so it's actually less competition overall. But I like coming in the summer because it's not like shoulder to shoulder and people breathing down the back of your neck. But I'm looking forward to today, so let's get it.
Like and subscribe if I make this. I did it! Oh! Like and subscribe, guys!
Simple stuff. We got tubes, you got tires, seats, a whole lot.
All of it is an all deal, all of it is an all in with in. All deal one time, my dear. I learned to know where. I said all in where, and where, and where, and where. All deal 452, 452.
Heavy duty vacuum. You got all the accessories. You got the bags with it, and I'm putting a shredder with it also.
All right, one more out of this thing there to the derby, isn't it?
I love it.
All right, everything on the pallet there, you got.
Okay guys, we're back at the warehouse, so I'm going to show you guys the stuff we picked up at the auction. I had the stuff from Goodwill kind of buried in my truck under this stuff. So I'm going to show you guys this stuff first, and then I'll pull out the stuff from Goodwill and show you guys that real quick. So I got this little Neiman Marcus like dresser trinket box, but it has a couple decks of sealed playing cards in there. I paid $5 for this box. I kind of hand picked it and gave it to the auctioneer because if you want small stuff like this, a lot of times you'll have to get a bunch of junk with it. So if you want a specific item, you gotta kind of tap them on the shoulder and say, hey, I'll pay $5 for that, because the lowest bid they have at that auction is $5. But anyway, I think I could sell this for about $35 or $40 plus shipping. It's kind of an interesting piece. So I got like absolute steals on the musical equipment there today. Like I told you early in the video, the summertime, there's just little competition. Now some items get bid up really high because there's not as much stuff at the auction, so all of us like regular resellers that go there are kind of fighting over the same stuff. But some stuff like this, you just get to steal it. So 10 bucks I paid for this vintage Casio keyboard. As long as it checks out and works, I should be able to sell this thing for $175 plus shipping. I got this Singer sewing machine for $25. And I actually probably wouldn't have paid $25 for this. I think I could sell it for like $60 plus shipping. But I actually had bought this other sewing machine right here. And then I could tell the girl, she writes your bidder number on each thing. So they put this sewing machine up next, and I was kind of like flashing my bidder number to her so she could like write the right number on there after I won it. And the auctioneer was on this item and he took my bid at 25. So I just kind of accepted it. I was hoping somebody would bid 30, but there again, if I pay 25 and sell it for $59.99 plus shipping, I'll pretty much double my money, so it really won't be a bad deal all around. So this was probably my best pickup of the day. This is a Husqvarna Viking Rose sewing machine, new in the box with the manual. It even has this extra box right here, which I'm not even sure what it is. It's some kind of like embroidery set, so it probably has some extra attachments or something like that. But anyway, I saw the same exact set sell for like $500 with these two boxes. I paid $140 for this, so I'm probably gonna list it for like $500 plus shipping, and I should like triple my money. I'll make over a couple $100 on this sewing machine. So that was definitely like the best thing I picked up. I got some other musical equipment for like really cheap. I got this clarinet for, I can't remember, it was $10 or $15, but it's a good one. It's a Selmer Aristocrat model CL601. The cheapest sold comp I saw was an auction that ended in around $81, but buy it nows we're going for almost $200, like $120 to $200, depending on condition and everything. This one's in great condition, so I'm thinking I should be able to get at least $125 out of it, maybe $180 on the high end, but really cool piece to pick up for 10 or 15 bucks, no brainer. Got another musical instrument, 10 or $15. I know I paid 10 for one and 15 for the other, that's why I'm kind of confused. But we got this really nice trumpet made by Bach. If any of you guys are into musical instruments, you're familiar with the name Bach. It has the mouthpiece, the case. It's in pretty good condition. There's some scratches and oxidation on there, but that's to be expected with these old musical instruments. It's not pristine, and if it was pristine, it'd probably be a couple $100. But in the condition that this one's in, I'm still hoping for a $100 bill out of it, and it was a really cheap pickup, and the musical stuff always sells well for me. I got this big box of stuff for $15. This was kind of an impulse buy. It wasn't like on my list of things to buy, but this is a cool powder horn. I've sold a lot of these, and I know that I'll get like, you know, $25 or $30 for that. This Winchester trap vest, it's selling for like $29.99 free shipping. So there again, these aren't like big ticket items, but when I bought the whole box, you know, I should be able to get like triple my money with these two items. And then I got some stuff here I can use because we like to target shoot and do stuff like that. So we got some ear protection. I got some gun magazines I'll give a friend of mine who's like really into firearms. And then we got a couple holsters, which I'll look them up. If they're worth listing, I'll do that. If they're not, they'll end up in a yard sale pile. But I like the gun stuff, so I went ahead and just threw up my bidder card when the bid was low. I got this Ladro piece. I'm not sure if I said that right, but look this thing up. Let's see. The number is 6645. I was absolutely shocked when I looked this thing up. It's just a little girl on like a lily pad, and like honestly the figure is only like this tall. It might be like 5 inches tall. Well, the sold comps are all like $250 to $300. Other people at the auction obviously had looked it up because I got in a bidding war and I ended up paying $140 with it for it, but this thing is flawless in the original box, and I should have no problem getting $250 to $280 plus shipping just for this one piece. So on Tuesday, before I went to the auction on Wednesday, I stopped at a thrift store to donate some stuff, and I picked up these two pieces. I got this Sony dual cassette deck and this Sony 5 dish changer. I paid $25 for both combined, you know, with tax and everything. I paid $26.70. So I only got about $13 in each of those. As long as everything checks out, I should be able to get $80 to $100 out of this and like $60 to $75 out of that. So the old electronics are, as you guys can see from watching my videos, kind of some of my bread and butter items. So I forgot to show you guys one other thing. I got this thing at the auction. On the face it says Saunders cervical home track. So I was able to look it up with those keywords. The auctioneer said it was something for back pain or something like that, which I wasn't too sure if that was accurate. But the sold comps on this thing were like $150 or more. And then I only paid 20 bucks for it, so it was a steal at that. And I should be able to get 150 out of it. So now I'll show you the stuff we got at Goodwill. So I picked up this, which is a laminating machine, and I only paid $6.98 for it. It's not worth a bunch of money. I think I can get like $40 plus shipping out of it. And when I was there was another reseller in there, and he told me, he's like, oh yeah, I saw that, but I put it back because it's too big. If this is too big to ship, like, you shouldn't even be a reseller. I don't understand why you want to buy and sell things, but you're so worried about shipping an item that's medium to large. It's no different than shipping a small item. You just need to have the proper box. You need to have a lot of bubble wrap, newspaper, and things of that nature to fill the box. But for the love of God, like, don't buy stuff because you're scared to package it, especially if it fits in your hands like this. This is not too big to package and ship. Please don't be that person. Now, I do understand, like, if you don't want to buy this huge thing to make a $40 profit, you know, and pay $40 for it, that makes sense. But there's a lot of opportunity out there to buy things like this for $5 and sell them for $40, or buy some for $10 and sell it for $80. Don't sell yourself short because of the size of an item. I can't stand that for some reason. Here's another item most resellers probably wouldn't buy because they're scared of the size. Really nice printer, $12.98 with the manual, power cord, and to connect to the computer and everything. This one is a really good one, and it should sell for like $130, and there again, I only paid $12.98. So if you're getting 10 times your money, sometimes it's worth to take the risk. it might not work. It's just a gamble, you know. You're a reseller, part of this is a gamble. There's a lot of risk involved. You got to mitigate your risk, obviously, but when it comes to flipping like items, you definitely have to take a chance sometimes. So I got these Nike Air Huarache shoes. It's a pretty cool colorway. I was looking for sold comps, and I think they're worth about 50 bucks or so, and they didn't have any pricing there at Goodwill, so I took it up to the register. I told myself if they were like $12.98 or more, I'd go ahead and buy them, but they ended up being $14.98, what the lady at the register said. But I just went ahead and got them. I wasn't gonna make a fuss over $2 or put them back, because there was a $2 difference between what I thought they should sell for and what I actually paid. But I should have no problem getting a $50 bill out of these. So I got these 2 vintage shirts, right? I don't really buy a lot of clothes, but I was really stoked to find vintage. LA Gear single stitch. For those of you who don't know, I think it was around like early 90s or late 80s, they went from these single stitch to like on a more modern shirt like this, you could see there's a double stitch. So that's the quickest way to spot real true vintage t-shirts. They'll have a single stitch. They do not make normal shirts anymore single stitch. So we got this LA Gear, which is pretty cool, and they're nice and clean. There's no stains in these. And then boom, look at this one, even better. Boom. They're the same size, likely donated from the same person, but I'll definitely sell them together because they're just badass. And I only paid $2.98 a shirt, so I got $6 wrapped up in these 2 shirts. And I think I didn't even look up sold comps on vintage LA Gear shirts, but I should be able to get $30 to $60 for these 2 shirts, depending on how popular this brand is as far as vintage goes. But $30 all day long, and they'll be fun to take pictures of. Just a cool item all around. I really like these. And this was the last thing I got at Goodwill. It's a cool, we live like an hour from Disney World, so sometimes you'll find some cool Disney stuff. So we got this really nice sweater with Mickey on the front, Walt Disney World on the sleeve. Got some graphics inside the hoodie. It's on the Disney Parks tag, and it even has a back hit. Boom, believe in magic, baby. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Nice sweater. I only paid $50 for all this stuff, and I should be able to get 50, 80, 120, 250, plus the sweater. Probably $260, $280 roughly out of that stuff, and I only paid $50. And that's the way that you can build your business. Those quick Goodwill trips or those quick thrift store trips where you're only spending $20, $30, $40, $50 and you're getting $100, $200, $300 worth of stuff. If you can do that multiple times a week, that's the best way to scale your business, from the seller who's only selling a couple things a week to the seller who's selling a couple things a day. It's really all about volume. So you got to get out there, pound the pavement, get fresh inventory, and get it listed in a timely manner. If you follow those steps, you will not fail in this business. You definitely want to get quality inventory though, quality over quantity. So make sure you're sourcing properly, checking up good sold comps. All that being said, this is everything I got today. So it was a really good haul, and then I'll crunch the numbers at the end of the video and kind of let you guys know what my total profits will be.